Hey, how's it going, everyone? Freddie back in the studio. I kind of worked on something in the past day or so, so I'm just kind of present that. It's not really making something from scratch on this video, and I'll just kind of quickly go over or talk about what I did, pretty much. It's still kind of in the beginning stages, so I just kind of want to start from here. But I got a new synth here, which is the Behringer Poly D, kind of like the successor to, I don't know if you can see this, but this Model D, the smaller unit. So this has, I believe, 3 oscillators on it. This has 4, plus it has like a unison kind of playing mode and a poly playing mode. So you can take advantage of all the oscillators running at the same time, kind of in a way. But it's a cool little synth. It's actually built really well. But I'm also utilizing this up here, which is the Arturia Mini Brute 2 for a bass line. And then this is kind of like lead synth stuff. And then everything else is done in Ableton. Just chopped up a sample and then just kind of built from there. Here, I'll play out the original sample that I used, and then I can kind of show you what I did here. Okay, so I just kind of chopped up that little kind of section or whatever. And it's this. And I added a few effects. Yeah, and then I worked on drums after that. Here are the original drums. Just worked with a drum loop. And then I chopped it up and kind of tuned the drums and did all this stuff with the drums, processing and stuff. So it sounds like this. And then I just added this loop, basically. I just used a small part of this loop, which is like a shaker sound or something like that. So you have this. So you get all of this. Okay. And the drums, I didn't want them to be super complicated or super swingy. I kind of wanted them to be a little bit more, I guess, boom bap-ish in a way. So it's pretty simple. And then I worked on the bass line, which is this. I actually made the bass using Contact first. And I was like, I overuse this kind of bass so much, especially in these videos that I show you guys, that I decided to use the Mini Brute 2 for the bass sound. So this is what you're hearing. And I can come up here and just kind of show you how just tuning it and stuff. So all my synths, even these two right here, they're all connected to my computer. And with Ableton, I can kind of route it properly, so I can just use one controller for everything. Yeah. So here's what it sounds like with the bass line. Okay, so I recorded some piano off of the Yamaha here. So let's hear how that sounds with it. Basically, I just stacked a bunch of like vocal samples, which is this. Yeah, this is what it sounds like all together. And then the Behringer Poly D here. I'm just kind of playing this like lead synth over it. I don't know how exactly I'm going to incorporate it into the track. Maybe just kind of like playing it over like the end of the song or the hooks. This lead sound, I kind of wanted to sound like an electric guitar. So that's kind of like the feel of it. And I can kind of like come in here and make any parameter adjustments here. Yeah. And then I did record some stuff on Contact right here. We can kind of hear how that sounds on here. That's pretty much it. I'll try to map everything out and everything like that. Yeah, this video is kind of like a little bit more simple, just kind of discussing what I was going through on that beat. I mean, yeah. I mean, I did read some comments in the bottom from some previous videos. I know some people wanted me to do like studios, like kind of tour stuff and whatnot, but I feel like it's just too long, honestly. Like I have too much shit that the video is going to be like 40 minutes long and shit. I don't want to do that, honestly. And then I know some people, they wanted to see the screen, like a screen capture. But I feel like sometimes for these videos where I'm not really doing tutorials or anything like that, you don't really need to see the screen. It's more about just kind of like a jam session, and I'm just kind of showing you kind of like the process of, you know, the start and the finish of the beat, rather than showing you specifically what's going on the computer and stuff like that. You know, like there's a ton of videos out there you can watch of other people doing that shit. I don't really want to do that anymore. I mean, there's a bunch of past videos you can watch where I did that, but I'm just kind of over that, to be completely honest with you. And it's just too much work for me. Like, getting a screen capture, getting this camera, getting that camera, getting the audio, getting my voice talking, and then trying to stitch it all together. It's too much. I'm sorry, I just don't want to do it anymore. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. I'll try to come out with another video early next week. I know Thanksgiving's coming up, so it'll be a little bit difficult, but I think I'll have a little bit of time, just depending on what I can work on. But anyway, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. That's just kind of like a simple kind of beat. Let's just go out and play it. Ponzu, come. Let me see Ponzu. It's my dog Ponzu. She's 8 months today. Little puppy. Ponzu? But she's a mini Australian Shepherd, if anybody cared. We got her in July. During the pandemic. It's probably one of the worst times to get a puppy. Only because she gets really like separation anxiety, and we've been home like pretty much this whole time. So like when we leave or we keep her in her kennel thing, she gets a little bit kind of antsy and stuff like that, but we're working on it. She does training and stuff, and yeah, she actually got sick really bad on Friday, Saturday, and we had to take her to urgent care, and she had like really bad diarrhea, and she was kind of vomiting. We think it's something that she kind of like picked up off the ground, and because she's like pretty prone to just eating shit off the ground, and we have to kind of regulate on it. But when we take her for a walk, so we think she ate like a berry. But then the doctor gave her meds, and she's doing a lot better now. No more diarrhea. No more diarrhea. But she's a ham. All right, guys. Peace.